everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Crossroads on the RDAllen multiplayer server, and just myself on here at the moment. And as you can see, another beautiful day in the Crossroads map here. Who am I kidding? It's raining. Oh well. Anyway, returning the big bud back to the main farm here. Doesn't really fit in the farmyard, so just park it behind the shed here. At least that's where I leave it. And, well, I guess we can't do any harvesting in the rain. We could plant. Technically, you can't really plant in the rain either, but the game lets you do it. But yes, we do have one field that needs to be harvested here, and 16 needs to be planted. And yes, unfortunately, it is kind of raining. I think I forgot to mention this as well. I may have walked past this, but we do have the Kloss Jaguar pack on the server here. And we currently have a Kloss Jaguar 960. For those who haven't seen this, definitely a very nice looking mod here. Definitely a nice chopper. Anyway, we'll hopefully get that, give that a try sometime. I don't think we have any corn planted at this point, though. No. A lot of soybeans and canola, apparently. So maybe we'll fix that issue here. Let's plant some corn. Oh, John Deere, sure. I mean, folks had to have known if I was going to pick a tractor, I was going to pick the John Deere, right? Good thing we got all these tires. We'll need them with the rain, right? Okay. And this is the cedar from the big bud pack here, by the way. Oh, I guess I cannot make that turn, can I? Okay. And this cedar does not fertilize, so we need to make sure we fertilize either with a sprayer. Actually, I think the sprayer is the only thing we have on the server here. You know, it's kind of nice for something different rather than using the pellet fertilizer spreader all the time, which I would argue is probably quite a bit easier. We're using the sprayer. Like I said, nice for something different. Okay, apparently we can't turn very tight with this tractor. I don't know if it's the tractor or the cedar's fault, but do a headland across here. And just a reminder again, if you'd like to join us on the multiplayer server, anyone is welcome to do so, as long as you can play nicely and follow the rules. Again, information for joining can be found in the description below. Oh, this is not a no-till cedar either, is it? Ooh, okay. Well, I guess we'll just have a few missing sections there. Forgot about that, otherwise I would have gone through with a plow there and cleaned that up, but oh well. Kind of interesting how Giants determined that this was not a no-till cedar. I would have to guess in real life it would have to be a no-till cedar. I don't know if they even make such a thing as a non-no-till cedar anymore. And pretty much any cedar can do no-till as well, as long as it has enough down pressure. You know, biggest thing is being able to push the seeds in. If the ground is worked up, obviously if the ground's worked up, it's a lot easier. But when the ground's not worked up, then it might be, again, you need a little bit more down pressure basically on the cedar to be able to push the cedar into the ground. Well, like I said, pretty much any cedar can do it, as long as it has enough down pressure. Which, again, like I said, I'm pretty sure this cedar would. So why Giants determined this one can't do no-till, I don't know. Anyway. Like I was saying there, if you want to join us on the multiplayer server, information's in the description there below. Pretty much if you want to join us, first thing you're going to want to do is get on TeamSpeak. So make sure, if you don't have TeamSpeak, again, it is free to download for the PC. You can also get it for your phone or tablet as well if you want. GPS setup here in a moment. There we go. Yes, TeamSpeak is free for the computer. And if you don't have a microphone, don't worry. A microphone is not required to join our TeamSpeak server. Obviously, if you want to communicate back with us, you're going to want a microphone, but it is not required. You can still text chat in TeamSpeak or in the game, whichever you prefer to do. Although I don't think I've really seen any in-game chat going on lately. It's pretty much we solely solely rely on TeamSpeak for our chat. And of course, TeamSpeak is, of course, voice communication as well. So for those of you that do have microphones, obviously that's the preferred and easier way to communicate. But for those who don't, you know, obviously there is the chat inside of TeamSpeak as well. And I do have a link to TeamSpeak in the description below. If you don't have it, again, it is free. Just make sure you download the TeamSpeak client. Most likely, you'll probably want the, I know I've been asked this before, you'll want the 64-bit edition more than likely. Not entirely sure what happened there with the game. But anyway, funny, the mouse just suddenly appeared like that. That was weird. I'm guessing it's probably the tractor here. It is turning pretty sharp now, so that's good. Now that it's folded out, at least we can turn a tight enough circle here to get back to our next row here. And then, of course, once you do have TeamSpeak, I do have a video on how to set up TeamSpeak if you've never used it before and how to join the TeamSpeak server. Once you have TeamSpeak, pretty much just want to add a bookmark or connection info for our TeamSpeak server here. Again, the TeamSpeak server info is in the description below. It's simply RDAllen.verygames.net. And then the password for the TeamSpeak server is all lowercase RDAllen. And then we currently have 3 Farming Simulator multiplayer servers. We got server 1, Say Valley. Server 2 here is Crossroads. That's the server I'm on right now. And of course, keep in mind, if you want to join us on server 2, you will need the Big Bud DLC and the Coon DLC. That's probably one reason this server hasn't been as busy as it normally is. I know some people don't have both, or they only have one or the other. But yes, we do currently have both the Coon DLC and the Big Bud DLC activated on the server. And again, it is kind of nice to be able to play multiplayer with them every now and then. Servers 1 and servers 3 do not have Big Bud or the Coon DLC, by the way. Of course, if you don't have either one of those, you can still join server 1 or server 3. And then server 3, by the way, is Pine Cove Production Map. So it's the Pine Cove Production Map. So for those of you who like a little more production related activities, definitely worth checking that one out. And then, of course, for the mods, you'll need to get all the mods needed to join, depending on what server you want to join, server 1, 2, or 3. All that information can be found in TeamSpeak. We got download links to the mods, as well as download all links for the mods. So, download all link will download all the mods needed to join that server. And, of course, you know, pretty much if you download mods for one server, you'll have probably most of the mods for the other servers as well. Try to keep the mods somewhat the same. And definitely try to keep the same versions between all the servers as well. So, you know, if there's, let's just pick this John Deere here. So let's say we have the John Deere on server 1. We have the same version of the John Deere here on servers 2 and 3 as well. Keep it all the same that way. There is, of course, a few different mods between each server. You know, especially probably like server 3. I haven't even looked at the mods on that one yet myself. There's probably a few additional mods on that. Being a production map, it needs a few additional mods to aid in the production-related activities on that map. So obviously, there, you know, there's a few differences in mods, but for the most part, we try to keep the same core set of mods the same. And then I do have download links in the description below, by the way, for servers 1 and 2. There's a download link that will take you to the server download page. You can download all the mods from there, or individually if you prefer. And then I do have the download all link in the description as well. So again, you can just click the download all link, and it will download all the mods needed to join the server. And of course, the rest of the information for joining the multiplayer servers can be found in TeamSpeak. Again, like I said, we keep all the information in TeamSpeak. Passwords for the multiplayer servers, download links, rules, etc., etc. And we'll pretty much just have some basic rules here on the server. You know, play nicely. You know, respect others. all that that type of thing, you know. No AFKing in a vehicle, so if you're going to leave for a little bit, please get out of the vehicle when you leave, so if somebody else needs that vehicle, they can use it. Always, if you're gone for a while, it does, you know, tie up the vehicle, obviously. And then, of course, we do play other games as well. Like I've mentioned before, we do play some American Truck and Euro Truck Simulator. Probably more American Truck than Euro Truck here. And then, of course, quite popular as of late as well has been Car Mechanic Simulator. Unfortunately, Car Mechanic Simulator is not multiplayer, but we still do hang out in teams so you can play it. Again, you know, yesterday, for those of you who watched the live stream there, me and Chris were live streaming it together. A little bit of fun there. And by the way, for Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, it is supposedly it's going to be multiplayer by the end of the year from the sounds of what they're saying. Hopefully by the end of the year they will have the multiplayer functionality built into the game. That will be pretty cool when we can start playing multiplayer Car Mechanic Simulator. Oh, and it's still right now. I was rather hoping the rain would quit here. I suppose I could speed up time a little more. Let's maybe set it on 15 here. Don't want to speed it up too much because obviously I'm planting here at the moment, but... Anyway, we'll read some comments here in a moment. New Holland Farmer / Zach was saying, nice video. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much for that. Joseph was saying during the winter, the animals don't take all the foods. But one way you could do it is pour it on the ground and then pick it up with a bucket and pour it in. Oh, really? So you can pour it in with a bucket. Interesting. Well, I don't think we need to get that that precise with it. Doesn't really matter if they won't take it. They won't take it. That's fine. Thomas was saying, as in real life, sheep will only take hay during the winter. He says if you don't have the modded storage, you won't have grass by now, as the game would have rotted it. Oh, good thing I've got it stored in the modded storage then. It says same as the cows, they won't take grass either. Okay, so that's good. That's why we cannot feed grass to the cows and the sheep there. Last episode on Snapchats. I kind of started figuring it as much. Like, okay, why is this not working? It's definitely not the trailer because I've used it before. So that's when I kind of figured out, oh, okay, I bet you it's a seasons mod. The season mods prevents you from feeding grass to the sheep and the cows during the winter months. They can only take hay. And obviously for the cows, you don't actually have to give them hay, just give them the mixed rations. At least if you have mixed rations anyway, give them the mixed rations. Yeah, I don't think we need a headline across here. We should be able to make all these turns. Thomas was also saying for Billy's boards, it's probably wood chips. Oh, that's kind of what I suspected as well. Either wood chips or fuel. He says most of the sawmills will also take straw or wool. Interesting. I did not know the wool option. I have heard straw before. And definitely the wood chips, like I said. I was hoping it'd be fuel, though, because it's obviously fuel is much easier than making wood chips. Although, of course, if we get the modded Brooks chipper, then maybe not so much. Test Rat Gaming was saying, if you change how many days you want your seasons to last, if you set it to 6 days, then click 9 days, click apply, and then check your forecast. If it shows snow, great. If not, then do it again. And it says there also may be something wrong with the map if it's not season mod ready. Snetterton's is season mod ready, by the way, so that shouldn't be an issue. One of the things I wanted to make sure I did with the seasons mod is I actually played on a seasons mod ready map. Again, technically you can play the seasons mod with any map. It doesn't have to be seasons mod ready. I think really the only thing that means for the seasons mod is it adds the layers in for the snow. I don't know that there's really actually any other changes made to the map to make it seasons mod ready, other than the layering for the snow was added to the map. Somebody could probably correct me if I'm wrong on that, but... Phil was saying, for the tractor pull, you all know you went for the John Deere. Well, obviously. I don't remember exactly who won the tractor pull again, which tractor it actually was. I know the Farm All there did pretty good. There was a John Deere that did really well as well. I forget which one it was again, though. Tristan was saying you can't unload grass in the winter, so yes, good to know that. Juan was saying, why do you drive the Road Rage? Well, why not? It's a vehicle in the game, isn't it? So why not drive it? Especially in the snow. Makes it more exciting, right? Actually, I should take one of the trucks out in the snow, too, see if they handle any better. Technically, again, with the way the game mechanics work, there's probably going to be no difference between the handling on the Road Rage versus the handling on one of the trucks. You know, again, the game mechanics are just not real enough. The physics aren't good enough to really matter, you know, as far as driving, say, the Road Rage versus the in-game truck. Probably not going to be that much difference. The only thing that might matter is maybe the weight, and I don't know if that would even matter that much. Gabe was saying those trucks in the tractor pull were definitely Chevy. Yes, most of them were Chevys. There was, I think, 2 Fords, I'd like to say. And I don't know if there's actually even any Dodges in the mix. I think it was mostly Chevys. And then, like I said, I think there was 2 Fords, if I remember correctly. The one was really cool, that older... Again, for those of you who watch the video, you'll know which one I'm talking about, that older-looking Ford. I think it was with the Bone, I think they called it, or something like that. I think that was the name of it. Older-looking Ford truck. That was kind of a cool one. Did quite well as well, if I recall correctly. Crazy Ashton Gaming, was that the National Tractor Pulling Association? Yes, it was, for the tractor pull. NTPA. Oh, hey, look at that. It stopped raining. You can't do any harvesting, though, until the rain symbol actually goes away. So, no hurry here until the rain symbol goes away. Hunt Gaming was saying when you take the parts off in the top corner, it will tell you the percentage in Car Mechanic Simulator. Yes, it will. It's a good thing to look at when you're taking parts off to know if they're bad or not. Okie Farmer was saying, good to know. My dad was a master carpenter. Never heard him say anything about the tape measures. That makes sense. Thanks for the knowledge. Yes, talking about my shop basics tape measures there. Joseph was saying, have you tried putting it on cruise control, and then when you go past 15, take it off cruise control? Yes, I have. So, was it last episode or episode before? I forget which one it was again. Oh, ran out of seed. Yeah, perfect timing. The sun came out too. So yeah, back at last episode or episode before that one, having trouble with the vehicle not wanting to go faster than 15 miles an hour. Yeah, if I put it on cruise control, it would go up to full speed. But as soon as I took it back off cruise control, it just dropped right back down to 15. So it didn't matter. Just something with the that vehicle. And again, I forget if it was last episode or episode before. We reset the vehicle and that fixed the issue. So there we go. Oh, and Harvester's parked right there. Perfect. with the header disconnected. Yeah, there must be something with this combine and its header. Oh, it did connect. Okay, good. Sometimes a little bit difficult to get the header to connect. It's been disconnected for some reason with this combine. I don't know what that is about this one, but kind of too bad because this is a really nice combine. At least for those of you like the Kloss combines anyway. Oh, well, we'll just take out the stop sign. Didn't need it anyway. I mean, who listens to the road signs in the Farming Simulator anyway, right? Joseph was saying there's never enough wheels on the tractor. That's true. Okay, back to the John Deere here. Okay. Interesting. Something appears to have screwed up my key bindings. Great, I'll have to go fix those. Very, very annoying. Like, very annoying. I was wondering what's going on, why this was coming up. It's like, that should not be coming up when I'm pushing that button. That's the control key, by the way. The control key should not be bringing up the vehicle group switcher. Chat was saying, don't forget to walk the creek there on Snatchertons during the wintertime. Yes, I will have to remember to do that when we have some snow. Oh, and the corn popped up. Okay, I'm just going to hire the worker here, and we'll go ahead and start harvesting here. Gotta remember to push the control key this time to get to my vehicles. So used to using the Alt key. Joe was saying, good video, need a bit more volume. Yes, I don't know what's up with that. It seems like my computer likes to auto-adjust the volume at times. Which, again, very annoying that it does that. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Yeah, it seems like about at least once a month or so, it likes to go through and reset all the audio. So it'll switch to a different output, it'll switch to a different default microphone, it'll switch to a different default output. It's like, what in the world, Windows, are you doing? Doesn't really screw up anything as far as my recording, because OBS, I have it all hard set to, you know, the specific microphone and specific input and output it needs to record from. It just affects the volume at times. I need to go make sure I go back and check that, make sure it's still set at what it needs to be set at. Or I just need to turn it up on the mixer panel a little bit. Just need to remember to do that. Either one works. On YouTube was asking, why did the video get cut off on the end there on last episode? Was it Crossroads? Yeah, last episode on Crossroads there. My video rendering program there crashed at the end. It was only like 35 or 30 to 45 seconds left on the video, so rather than going back and re-rendering, I just called it. It's like, that's good enough. It was pretty much just me wrapping up the video saying, you know, thanks for watching, blah, blah, blah. So I figured, well, you know what, just call that good enough rather than having to go back and re-render it. Oh, Jeffrey was saying he made bank on that car mechanic simulator. Is that a Jag? Yes, we definitely did make bank on that. And no, I'm not sure which car that is, so might be a Jag. That would definitely explain why we made bank on it if it was. Thunderbird Lead was saying, you call that breaking the bank, filling the seeder in the tractor? I call that a small investment. Very true. That actually would be considered a small investment. Actually, more like a large investment with the big bud there in cedar. Oh, I don't know if I have the comment here. Somebody said it took 36,000. Let's see if I can find that. No, I don't see it right at the moment. I think somebody said it was like 36,000 to fill the tractor and the cedar. So, yeah. Blue Fleet was saying, oh, hey, I see myself in TeamSpeak. Cool. Serving Golf was saying, I love your videos. Thank you very much for that. Josh was saying in episode 42, oh wow, somebody actually found what episode it was too. Yeah, 42. You said you reset the controls and that fixed your issue with not being able to lift the silage blade. That didn't actually fix the issue this time around. What I ended up doing is going and finding the controls inside the controls there for Farming Simulator. Under the controls options there. And I went and removed the lift and lower hydraulics. And there's 2 sets of them. I'm assuming one's the front, one's the rear. I don't really know which one, or maybe it's both for the tilt and the up and down. Not sure how that works. All I did is I removed both of them. So there's no controls assigned to it other than the mouse. So I can still, obviously use the mouse to do it yet, but I can't use a controller to do it. And I'm not entirely sure why it would do that in the first place. The only controller I have at the moment is the Farming Simulator steering wheel. It's plugged into my system anyways, the Farming Simulator steering wheel. Lucas Wolfer was saying, fake, fake, fake. There's no John Deere's in Farming Simulator. I have the game and it's fake. Fake, fake, fake. Okay. If you think so. So, let's see. You know what? Let me just hire the worker here a moment. So, if John Deere's in the game is fake, let's see what's here. I wonder what this is then. Must be fake. That's a shame. Looks pretty good, though. It definitely passes a John Deere. I mean, it's got the John Deere logo, 8400R. Ooh, look at the John Deere logo on the front. Like green star on the top. Can't quite zoom in far enough to see what it says, though. Looks like it says Starfire 3000. Not a John Deere seeder, though. Oh, well. Can't have everything, right? William was saying, so it doesn't snow on Seasons mod? Yes, it does. Again, like I mentioned before, I've just kind of lucked out on my forecast, it looks like. And there is no snow in the forecast. I might try what the person here suggested earlier in the comments. And just see if I back it down to 6 days and back it back up to 9 days. See if that'll reset the forecast and we get some snow in it. And 2, I have also enabled the Midwest Seasons mod for my Seasons mod now. So I now have the Midwest Seasons for that. So that should change up our forecast a little bit as well. I'm not sure if that really changes a whole lot of anything. I was looking at, like when you can harvest crops and plant. It looks like that may be about all that's changed, really, that. I don't really see a whole lot else that has changed. Anyway, folks, looking at the time, looks like it's about time to wrap up the episode. So that you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. Also, just a reminder again, if you'd like to join us on the multiplayer server, anyone is welcome to join, as long as you can play nicely and follow the rules. And I guess with that as well, you pretty much do have to have a PC, by the way. So for those of you with consoles, no, you cannot join the multiplayer server. I'm not aware that a console can join a dedicated multiplayer server, even if there are no mods on it, which of course, in our case, we don't have one of those. All our servers have, I think, somewhere around probably 70 to 100 mods on them. So do keep in mind, you do have to have a PC to play on the multiplayer servers. And also, make sure if you want to join us, make sure you get on TeamSpeak. Again, that is a requirement to get on TeamSpeak. So again, like I said, folks, if you have any other comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.